wee bird singing. He was singing, wee bugger. Every time I lift the phone, he stops. Wee fucker. Oh, there's old Roxy barking. Hello, bird. You fixing your feathers? I'll put your bath in for you in a minute. He's molting the wee creature at the minute. And it takes a lot out of them when that's happening to them, so you make sure he gets loads of energy foods and plenty of water to bath in, because he baths quite regular now with his wee little baby fellers coming out. So trying to do everything that's right for him. He's a wee bugger. And then he loves sitting out in the evening if it's a nice evening, or even during the day, like when I'm here, and sits out in a wee tub, a wee table at his wee cage out there, and sits out along with all the other wee birds when they're down feeding. I put stuff down for them, and then they come all fly down and they feed, and he's sitting there, he watches everything they're doing, and he hears their noises, and he chirps back at them and stuff, and he watches what they're doing, and he goes down at the bottom of his cage, starts picking and hooking for stuff like they're doing. And he tries to fly, you see him stretching the legs, and then he goes really tall, and then he goes really bendy low again, and then he gets the wings flapping, but his wee wings is only starting to grow properly. Like he wouldn't be fit to fly any distance, long distance or anything yet, and he has no tail yet, so these things all take time, and until he's ready, there's no way I would let him out. He's come this far and I don't want him to fail, so that's not an option. And he's still learning some at certain ways, because he's not at his parents to show him how to feed, and he's basically learning a lot of stuff through watching the other birds and on his own. And like, I can only do so much. Like, I'm not his parent birds, his parents, and the parents show him a lot of different things to survive in the wild, but I can only do so much for him. So there's me thinking he would be away by now, out flying with him. It's taken quite a bit longer than I thought. So if anybody does decide or finds a wee bird lying out its nest and there's no parent birds or nothing around, and it's in danger, and you do decide to rescue it, make sure and realise it's a long process, and it takes a lot of your time and energy, because they're just like a baby. They need at the early stages, they need their feeds regular, like clockwork. They need their feeds, and they have to eat because they have no body fat to rely on. They're just basically skin and bone. There's nothing to them, and they've hardly barely any feathers for heat, and so you have to make sure and keep them warm, and like make like a wee imitation nest. I made one out of an old hat, an old bonnet thing, and folded it up and put kitchen wool inside it, and he used to sit in that when he was wee. It was like a wee nest. It kept him cozy because it was like thermal. And then they also need like to get washing themselves. And I also let him practice the flying with his baby wings when he was a wee bit older. But now his wee wings, the baby feathers are going, and the adult ones are coming through, and they're kind of like it's like the stem, the middle bit of the pen, or something that's called pen feathers. The wee bit that the feather grows onto, those wee bits are kind of coming out, and they're wiry, and they're hard, and they're not completely grown. You know, the feathers are not completely growing down on them, so it's hard flying with, to try and fly with those. So that's why there's no way I could let him out at the minute. It just wouldn't be right. He's coming on good, and I talk to him a lot, and I always make sure he has loads of water, loads of food, and I put him in his wee cage up at the window so as he can see where the other birds are if I'm not going out, or if it's a wet day, or if it's nice, I'll let him sit out in the garden with me. I always keep an eye on him in case the cat comes around. So by all means rescue a bird if needs be, but be aware before you take it on. It's not a week or two looking after a bird. It's a bit longer than that, and there's a bit more to it. So if you're not ready for that kind of commitment, certainly take the bird, but get it to someone that knows what they're doing with it, and it can give it a chance to have a long and happy life. So that's my wee talk over. That's all I can say, and I'm not no professional about it, so I'm just learning as I go as well. It's all a big learning curve. I've read up on loads about it and found out things about it, and he's taught me things too himself. And watching the other wee birds as well, as we breed the wee starlings, watching them, you learn a lot from watching them. They're very intelligent birds, and they're wee scavengers as well. They'll pick at anything, and they're quite wicked with each other. If you ever watch them, they'll pick at each other. They're so so cheeky. He picks at me sometimes, even if I get up to the cage and he's not in a good mood or something, he's in one of his old hyper moods, he'll reach out and he'll pick. You have to watch your eyes, because if you picked your eyes with his beak, it's so sharp and long, it would seriously damage your eyes. So make sure and you never put your eyes near his beak unless you want to lose an eye. He's trying to tear. There's newspaper in the wee bottom tray underneath the cage bit on the floor, and he's trying to tear it, not the bit of newspaper it's sitting on, but inside the wee pull out tray there's some newspaper, just for easiness for cleaning. He goes mental, he tears it up and everything, but that's, in a way, that's him. What they would do out in the ground, they would pick and hook among bits of the grass, looking for insects and worms and other stuff like that, or seeds or anything. So in a way, that's what he's doing there. So anyhow, that's another update on him, but he's getting there. Hello, bird. Look, see, he's no tail. Nothing. Wee tail smaller than a duck's, and wee wiry wings at the minute. See, he's not ready. Hello, bird. What are you doing? Hello, bird. He's in one of his hyper moods. Hello, bird. What are you doing? You're wrecking the place. He's determined. I laugh at him. I could sit and watch him for ages. There he does that knocking. The other day he was at that. However, I swore there was someone at my door. It was him knocking on the floor with his beak. Not like that, but like proper knocking he was doing. bird. There's a bloody owl fly in this house and it's doing my nut in. I don't want to spray fly killer around when birds in. If I get a whack at it, it'll go out. If you open the window to let it out, about another 2 or 3 lands in wet. So you end up with more. Hate that owl flies coming in. Right, bye.